Welcome to the Wealth Mind.
Welcome to the Wealth Mind. Today we are decoding the invisible feeling, a phenomenon explaining why making over $100,000 a year is considered the new broke for millennials.
It sounds like a complete contradiction, doesn't it? But we're looking at something specific here. It's called the Henry phenomenon.
Henress. That's high earners, not rich yet.
Exactly. And the data is pretty stark. You have over 60% of millennials earning that six-figure salary who are, still living paycheck to paycheck.
So we need to get into the why of that. The argument here isn't just about inflation, is it? It's framed as a battle between our biology and pure logic.
Right. And it's about why this financial cliff seems to appear right around age 30, just as incomes are supposed to be taking off.
That timing seems critical.
It is. The source material identifies a key biological driver, something called the Diderot effect. It's named after the philosopher Denis Diderot.
And what is that exactly?
It's a psychological trigger where getting one new thing, one nice possession, creates a sort of a spiral of consumption.
So one new item makes everything else you own feel inadequate.
Precisely. The source gives a perfect case study. A 32-year-old software engineer they call Mark. He gets a big promotion, and the first thing he does is buy a new Tesla Model Y.
And that's the catalyst.
That's the first domino. Suddenly, his old apartment, it just doesn't fit the image of the car. There's a dissonance there.
So he needs a new apartment to match the new car, probably one with a nice garage.
He moves to a luxury complex, and then the spiral moves inside. His old furniture looks cheap in this new, expensive place.
Which leads to buying all new designer furniture.
And the final verdict is just. It's damning. His income went up by $20,000.
But his lifestyle costs.
His fixed costs rose by $30,000. So he's actually mathematically poorer than he was as a junior developer. He's hit that invisible ceiling.
That's the biological trap. Which brings us to the other side of the equation. Logic, or rather a failure of logic.
Specifically, the failure to grasp opportunity cost. It's the silent killer of wealth building.
Why do we fail at that? It seems so simple.
Well, the human brain just isn't wired to intuitively calculate compound interest. We don't see the future value of money we spend today. We only feel the immediate purchase.
Let's put some numbers on it from the report. A typical luxury car lease, about $800 a month.
To our emotional brain, that's just a monthly bill. But logically, if a 30-year-old invests that same $800 a month into the S&P 500,
assuming historical returns, say 8 to 10%.
by age 60, that money grows to roughly $1.5 million.
So the trade-off is, it's staggering. You're not just getting a car, you're trading actual retirement freedom for, what, heated seats?
That is the literal calculation. And it gets to a key misunderstanding, doesn't it? The difference between being rich and being wealthy.
I think the expert Morgan Housel put it best. Wealth is what you don't see.
Exactly. Rich is a high income, high spending. It's visible. Wealth is assets in the bank, investments compounding quietly. It's freedom.
But society pushes us toward the visible, lifestyle creep, that pressure from social media, from seeing what everyone else has.
Right. And what the data suggests is that many of those people displaying that rich life are actually just financing it. They're renting the appearance of success with debt.
So for anyone listening who wants to avoid this trap, to break through that ceiling, the solution is kind of counterintuitive.
The solution is to become boring.
Boring.
It means deliberately rejecting that consumer script. It means driving the used car, living in a modest home, and just automating your investments. You have to immunize yourself against the Diderot effect.
So it really comes down to a binary choice.
It almost always does. You could look rich now, or you can actually be wealthy later. But it is incredibly difficult to do both.
And that's the reality.
That is the reality. So I'll leave you with a question to think about for your own spending. Which current necessity in your life is actually just a Diderot spiral, preventing you from becoming a millionaire?